How you guys doing? Um, Today we're gonna talk about Vacation Friends. This is the new 20th Century Fox uh, Searchlight Pictures movie that Disney decided to move over to Hulu. They've been doing kind of a little bit more of these recently because now they own Fox, and it's also on Star if you're outside the U.S. So, this movie was okay. I think there's some really good things about it, but to me, this movie has an issue that a lot of modern comedies do, which is that everything has to be the Judd Apatow style of comedies, which is A, they're very raunchy, and B, they're not really directed with any style or flair, and they're kind of just all reliant on the performances. Luckily, this is one of the better ones because there is some really good writing here. But here's what I'm going to tell you about this movie. If you don't like raunchy rated R comedies, there is nothing for you here. You will not enjoy this movie. But if you're fine with that and you want a pretty decent one to watch, this one's a good one to check out. John Cena and and the rest of the cast all do a great job because unlike in most comedies, all these characters are very well defined. And so it leads to the moments where the comedy stops and it has to be a little more emotional to really land and really work. And then the moments where it also has to be really funny, it can do that because everything that the characters do makes sense for their characters to do. Like, there isn't moments where characters are just saying funny lines to tell a joke. It's like their character would actually say that, would actually do that. And it's really good at establishing the characters in this movie, giving them great dynamics. They all work off each other so well. And it's really, really, really good. My issue with this movie, it's a very bland looking movie. It's not very well directed. It's just it's the bare minimum of how a movie should look, but it wasn't a horrible looking movie. It was just kind of like it's very plain. Um, but and also a lot of the comedy in this movie was very kind of hit and miss. Some of it was really really good, and then other times it was like, all right, you missed. But it's kind of with most comedy movies. But I think in this movie it landed a lot more than it missed. Actually, you know what? I'll say it was 40% landed, and then the other 50% did it. Somewhere in there. Like, so, yeah, I mean, it's not a great movie. But if you are looking for a movie to watch this weekend on streaming, there isn't a lot that's coming out this weekend. There's more coming out next week. And so I would say this is a decent one to check out. Um, yeah, I wasn't too impressed by this one, but it was a fun enough little movie. And if you like these sort of comedies, you'll get a little bit more than your average one, but you're also still getting a pretty average one at the same time, if that makes sense.